Hello trainers, welcome to our Measure and Mark course. We have a lot going on in here and I wanted to take a few minutes to cover it. So this course is broken up into several sections, the first one being a tape measure. And this tool is a very important measuring tool, we all know. This all starts with a tape measure. There are 3 lessons in this section, the first one being the parts of the tape measure and the techniques to set up for a measurement. The other 2 lessons cover the symbols and marks on the tape and how to interpret those and identify a measurement. All 3 of these lessons have quizzes that follow them, very important for the students to complete those. And there's a couple of skills exercises in this section. One has to do with measuring a built space or a built environment, and the students have to manipulate that tape within that space. You will set this particular skills exercise up, so make it a challenge for students so they can feel like they have to work with that tool. Not all measurements are at waist level and easy. They should have to kneel, they should have to reach, and they should have to stretch, use that standout with that tape measure. The other skills exercise has to do with measuring pre-cut boards or a pre-cut kit of boards that you make for them. And this should be more about accuracy and making pull measurements and sighting that tape down to a 1/16 of an inch. Both of these skills exercises work to make students more familiar with this really important measuring tool. This section is all about the speed square, a very important production tool for short dimension measurements and also measuring and marking angles. The students will learn about this tool and they will take the quiz associated with it. Then they can do the skills exercise. This skills exercise is creating a series of grids on their fastener board that they will then follow up with future skills exercises with other tools like their hammer, their cordless drill, and the reciprocating saw. This section is all about levels. They'll not only learn about the different types of levels, but how this tool works to make those 2 conditions, whether that's plumb or level. Once they learn about the tool, they will do a skills exercise that will ask them to mark out a shape, a rectangle, that is not only square, but also meets those conditions of plumb and level. So check that one out. This section covers some basic construction math. It applies the fundamentals that they already know and gives them context within construction. This helps a lot with understanding math, and we can't do measuring without understanding some basic math. If your students are struggling in this section, there is a link at the very end here that gets back to those fundamentals. They can do a very deep refresher by going and referencing that. So there's quizzes associated in this section like with all of the other lessons, so make sure that your students complete those. And moving on, there's one more section here that's not available to your students. That's the Instructor Resources area. So let's take a look at that. You have available to you in this section, and only to you, a lot of resources to help get your students through this course. Whether it's presentations that align with the videos that the students took, great for review, or the plan sets for the skills exercises, or even worksheets that the students might need to have available to get through some of those skills exercises. Also, there's a master vocabulary list that goes through all the terms that are used in this Measure and Mark course. The students will learn the terms a few at a time as they take each lesson. Those key terms are posted in those particular sections as they're introduced, and they also have the global glossary that's associated with your portal. All of this falls into this section, and use all of this very important information, and there is no more important course that we offer than our Measure and Mark course. Good luck with this, and I'll see you in the next one.